Okay guys, we are here with Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Volume 8 and today is the first prompt. So I have stitched down all of my background. It took a while, just an evening really. The bit I did on camera with you guys and then an evening to do it. Actually not the whole evening because I worked on something else as well. But I did also stitch these down. They will be canted, but I'm not going to do them now because it doesn't matter. I'm going to have some things overlaying. Now our first prompt is, wait for it, favorite doily. Now the piece is big, so I'm thinking I'm going to have several doilies here and there placed on it, and I have many favorite doilies, so there you go. So my thought was, this is one of my all-time favorites. I've had it for a very long time. I have it scanned. I use it in my digital kits a lot, and I want to find a spot to put that one. I was thinking I was going to have it overlaying there, and I quite like that actually. But then I was thinking I might like it more over there. Now I'm sorry that you can't see this splayed out so you can see the whole thing, but it's very hard. I do think I might like it there, and possibly I've got a few fabrics. I didn't mind it over there either. I've got this is a good thing to have in the background. I think it might go that way. I've got a large expanse over here, and I might add more, so I don't want to go too close to the edge, but I could have something like that. Maybe I'm going to turn it around and not worry about direction so much. So you've clearly, like, some of what we're doing will overlap, like with prompts and things, but as you're going, you do need to layer things. So I am thinking about that, although I could have something like this in there. Scissors, they're here. Just bear with me because I am working it out. And we only have a week. I mean, of course you can come in and add some more doilies at a later date. I'm thinking, isn't it weird how I feel like I want something off to one side? I think I like that there. I think this one's going to be locked in. Let's lock it in. I don't know where I put my basting thread. Ideally I will be basting all of these down, and then I can just address them as I go. Now with the tacking of the stitching all these pieces, because it's heavy and was all pulling, in one area it did start to come undone, so you do need to address any sort of tacking, especially where, you know, that's sort of pulling like that, and then it can come apart. So you don't want to leave that sort of thing, like you're tacking in your base, for too long. Whereas tacking these down, I'd probably be okay until I get to them. I'm thinking I really like these colors together. So I am adding fabrics here and there, as I mentioned, but I'm only keeping them fairly plain, lots of, you know, white or light colors. So I quite like that there, but I won't know until I sort of lay it out and see, because ideally you'd have this splayed out on a big table so you can see what you're doing, and again that would be canted. So that's that one, and then I might move over here and have something over here. I brought in some other favorite doilies because, as I said, I'm going to have multiples. And where did the other one go? I was thinking of a different one. Oh, this one. Oh my gosh, this is so old. I just love that. I've had it for a very long time. Don't know where I got it from. Then it's just sitting out there on its own. So no, I don't want that one there. I also love this one. I could put that. I've got room to work and do other things. Maybe turn it around that way. Or maybe I want to bring it right up here. Or up there. I wouldn't have that dark bit, but I might like the, no, not that one. I've got this ticking too. It's all faded and mottety and ruined. Let's just grab a piece of that and see. And I kind of sometimes like them on the reverse side more than the front side. So that's the front, but look at the reverse. So I might have something like that. And you need to think about these things before you proceed, because it needs to be stitched. If it needs to be stitched under the doily, then that needs to be considered. I'm just going to pin it. I don't know. I need to go and look at it on the table or on the floor. So these are fairly full doilies. You don't have to decide all your doilies now, because clearly it's a work in progress, and it may, as you proceed around your piece, you may need to add another doily. Now, if you don't have one, you might have white ones. What you could do is take an image like this, sketch it on and embroider it yourself in the style of the vintage doilies. You can create them. I've seen Corinne from To Be Loved Treasures by Corinne. She's done that before in her videos. She's once needed doilies and she didn't have enough, and so she created the look herself. So you can do that. If you're able to do that crochet sort of lace, then you can even do the whole thing. I'm loving these colors together. I don't know if you can see them. So I'm thinking that's an option. I'm leaving, yeah, I'm liking this. I'm leaving that. Now I wanted to come over here further and see here, possibly. I have a big one. I didn't put that little one on yet, but see the little ones, I feel like this is a consideration. I love this one too. I think the little ones like that, oh, well, that's not that little. So that one could go there. I think I'll put that one there. I'm not sure that I want to layer anything under it unless I were to have just a little bit of script. Let's just take this bit off. This is from my meterage of script. Now I've never really shown, there's no photograph. I'm going to fix that. I've never shown that because I put a little piece in the ephemera packs, but I would need to check that if I want that there. See, this is textural, so I probably wouldn't put it over there, but I might put it over here. Let's just have a look. I know it's very hard to see. I can't see it as a whole either, so I have to have faith. So I could put, no, it's too big. That there and have it go under there. Under the doily. That would be stitched into. Not sure. I probably need a few more fabrics. So I could take, for example, this piece. I don't want anything really dark. Not at this point. I'm thinking I don't. So you could even come over the top of your doily. And, you know, according to, I can't remember what all the prompts are. Oh, I like that. That layering. That layering is making me happy. You might, you know, depending on what prompts there are, you may then decide to, some of it may go into the doilies. Not that other one I put over there. That one was very full. That one, I'm not going to finish that one. I'm going to leave it as it is, but I might do stitching around the edge of that one. I'm liking this coming over that. You're probably thinking, don't do that, but I am, because I like it. I think I like it. So as I said, I can't tell until I go and put it down on the table and see how it's looking composition wise. What I might do afterwards is go and put it on the floor, and I'll bring you out and video it so you can see if I like it. If I move anything, then I can tell you. So we're kind of, as we're going, also adding to our background. These are, to me, are all background sort of things. But you know, you couldn't do that all in the beginning straight away. I need more pins. Oh, I'll have to use the nasty pins that hurt me. Now hopefully I don't pin it to itself. And I will stitch these doilies down. I'll overcast over the edge, but I'll also invisible stitch them down, because this is going to be a throw. It may get washed, and you want to make sure everything's stitched down. And also, working on this little table is not the best, but I will put it on the table later on and just make sure everything's flat. So we've got that going on there. Remembering I still have to add more to this. It's not its full self yet. I have one more doily I brought in. I don't know if I want to add it yet or not. I brought it, it's quite big. Now you could cut a big one down. I also love these incomplete ones. I think for this one I might sit on it a bit, because I'm not sure about the color of it. Isn't it beautiful? So I'm not sure about the color of it. I might leave this one until I've added more and see if I want to add another doily. And I had this one, I think also this one, I am going to add it somewhere. I quite like it there, but I think I need to wait a little bit longer. Let's have a look down here. I could have it down there. I could put it, I probably could even like it across there. Well, I quite like it there. What about if we put it there? But I don't have any more pins. And do we want a little bit of something like that? Quite like that. I think I'll do that. Okay, so I need to find some pins. I'll pin that, and then I'm going to take you out, put it on the floor so we can see what's happening. I'll be back in a sec. Okay guys, so here we are. That's crooked there, so I need to straighten that. But here we are. You can see the awkward, excuse my rug, the awkward shape of it, because I haven't finished adding pieces to it, but that's okay. I'm not in a hurry. I want to get a feel for it, but this is what I'm doing here so far. So I really, really like this. This is how I'm liking the look of it. So that needs to be straightened over there. I've got those pretty little fabrics. So I'm keeping it very, very soft and pretty, and I want the sort of vintage feel, and there'll be lots of stitching going on it. And that's that, and I'm really happy with that. So yeah, unfortunately it's hard to show it to you. I'll just come around this way, and that's it there. So yep, really happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is tack them all down. I'm going to overcast stitch around the edges. I may decide to do a color over the edge of them, and then I might come back and video that. I might attach that to this video. I'm going to straighten up that one. So maybe if I can get it done before I go away, I will attach it to this video. So I wouldn't do, well, you could do a color over the colored edge, but I might just do beige. But I am going to invisible stitch as well, because I don't want that all being all puffy or anything like that. And also I want it really well stitched down, so that way if I have to wash it, then it's not going to be, it's going to be so stitched that it's not going to fall apart. We'll just come back around here, and very happy with that. So I will possibly be back again. If not, have a wonderful day, and I will see you the next week.